Hi everyone, this is Erica Slayton with the Slayton Lending Group, and today I am coming to you with a video on a topic that I feel is incredibly important for real estate agents and consumers alike to understand the process that's involved when you cancel your contract on a home. So many times contracts are canceled for a variety of reasons. It could be for financing. There's an issue that nobody knew about prior to contracting. It could be because the buyer did not seek financing prior to contracting, which is very unadvisable. The other thing could be that there's an inspection issue. So there's a problem with the condition of the home that's causing some concerns on the buyer's side, and negotiations have not gone well with the seller to repair those items. And then there's a multitude of other things that can pop up, from butterflies in the tummy to all sorts of things that can happen during a specific time frame of a contract. And typically that is during what's called the option period, which is the timeline that you're given an option to get out of that contract, so to speak. So I wanted to let you know what happens when you cancel the contract. First of all, number one is to inform all the parties, the lender, obviously the other agent, and maybe an insurance company and the title company, to let everyone know that that house is no longer under contract with that particular buyer. So what happens is when we receive a contract as a lender, we have a legal obligation to then disclose that transaction and that loan to the buyer within 3 business days, and Saturday counts as a day. So what happens is when we put this contract in our system and this address and all the terms of the contract in our system, we have now a legal obligation to do those disclosures, which means we have a real contract starting, which means that we have a loan that something has to be done with it. So it's really, really important that the buyer and the buyer's agent inform the lender of this cancellation, as well as the insurance company if insurance has already been ordered, as well as the title company because they've started work on it too, as well as if an appraisal has been done, you cancel the appraisal. So now the buyer doesn't need to worry about that, but you have to inform your lender so that we aren't doing a whole bunch of work on something that's actually not happening. I can't even tell you how many times in the last 11 months of 2018 that things have been canceled and lenders were not informed. Title companies were not informed in a timely fashion. Eventually they got notified because people want their earnest money back, or they want to be able to make sure that the title company is aware. But there's so many other people involved in this transaction when a contract is written that it's highly important that everyone is made aware of the fact that the contract is canceled. The other thing that happens from a buyer's perspective is that when that contract is canceled, the loan is then canceled. Now, you may be kind of panicking when you hear that, but it's not a big deal from a cancellation of the loan perspective because we can copy it over and create a new loan for you. However, we have to know that it's been canceled in order to then copy over to a new file. And we have a bunch of compliance stuff that we have to do for the government to show them why it was canceled. We even need a copy of the earnest money termination contract, which basically states that the buyer's terminating and we want our earnest money back. So it's really important as the real estate community and the buyer that you communicate to us, the lender, to let us know that it's been canceled so that we can do all the parts that we need to do for the paperwork process. So I wanted to bring this to your attention because it's just one of those things that keeps happening. And I feel like videos are one of the ways that I can convey this type of misunderstanding, miscommunication, and that way we can all improve, because after all, we all want to have these transactions close smoothly and with as little stress as possible. And one last thing for the buyers out there watching this video, when you receive your earnest money check back from the title company, if you get it back, because you don't always get it back, and you want to talk to your real estate professional to find out when you do and when you don't, because it's important for you to understand that and not have any kind of hurt feelings because you didn't know. When you get the earnest money check back, it is so important that when you get this check, it doesn't look like this, but when you get the cashier's check or the check from the title company, you make a copy of that check, because what's going to happen? You're going to run to your bank and you're going to deposit that into your bank account. And when you do go and contract on a new home, what's going to end up happening is we're going to see a $1,000 deposit or a $1,500 deposit go into your bank account. We're going to be like, where the heck did that money come from? The only way that you can prove that is by having a copy of your refunded earnest money. So be sure to save that, because that way when you're asked, voila, you've got it and you can send it over to us. So I hope that this has proved useful for you to kind of get a little bit of an insight as to the process when a contract gets canceled, and to make sure you inform everyone. There's people out there doing work on something that's actually not happening. It's just a waste of a lot of people's time and money. So I think it's really important that everybody communicates that to us. Have a great day.